Welcome all. So after the introduction of UAVs, now we are starting with classification of UAVs. So we are just telling you about the classes, or you can say type of UAVs are available in the market in this lecture. So it will be a very small lecture about the classification of UAVs. I hope you like my previous lecture. So if anything is there, please message me or comment. So classification we are doing based upon platform. So you can say like multiple classification are available based on, you can say, size, what is the size of drone. Okay, so this time we are doing classification based upon platform. What is the platform of UAV? So we can see here basically three kind of UAVs. One is fixed wing, second is rotary wing, and third is hybrid, combination of above two. Okay, so let me tell you what is the like second one. First of all, it's rotary, means motor based structure. Okay, rotary on wings. So we have motor on wings. That kind of UAVs is called rotary UAV. In general language, we are saying, we are saying it as a quadcopter if it is having four motor, hexacopter if it is having six motors, six rotor, and we are saying it has a octacopter if it is having 8 motors. So you can see this is yours 6 motors, hexacopter, and this is also a kind of rotary wing. So it's kind of helicopter or single copter. So market multiple kind of there, 1 motor, 3 motor, 5 motor, 4 motor, 6 motor, 8 motor. So all our combinations are available. So you can see on wings, we have motor, so we can say rotary wing UAVs. Okay, so this is the most common one what we are seeing nearby. And next is fixed wing. You can see this kind of structure. In general language we are saying RC plane. RC plane structure is called fixed wing. Okay, so you can say both have advantages and disadvantages. So we will be covering in the coming next slide. So by looking by the shape, you can see that like what are the benefit and disadvantage. This kind of quadcopter or rotary wing UAV don't need any kind of launching pad. Don't need any kind of launching pad. Okay, but this plane structure need a pressure or need a force to fly it. Okay, this need launching and landing pad both things, but this can control with the help of motor force. With the motor thrust, we can fly it or we can land it. We can launch it and we can land it. But in the case of fixed wing, we need a launching pad and a landing pad. So there you can see there are multiple videos are there. So if you want to see the exact idea, there is a one good example is there. A good video is there with zipline. You can just check zipline video on Google. So you can see they are showing you what kind of launching and landing pad is required. Okay, so you can see this kind of structure has high speed. This kind of structure has high speed. Speed will be fast with this, but here speed will be less because there four motors are there. They have to control the drone. So the speed scenario, this quadcopter is a bit slow in comparison of plane. Okay, so you can say in plane structure they are following aerodynamic concept, so it can easily flow with the help of air. So some like these kind of advantage and disadvantage are existing with fixed wing and rotary. Okay, so next one is hybrid UAV. To mix their benefits and reduce their disadvantage by adding both the facility in a single UAVs is called hybrid UAVs. It's called hybrid UAVs, or in the technical language we call it VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. Vertical takeoff and landing. So you can say these are the examples. So you can say these motors on wing basically is giving you a form of rotary motor, and the structure of this one is giving you a plane structure or fixed wing. Clear? So it's a combination of plane and fixed wing and rotary wing. Okay, so you can say it doesn't need any kind of launching pad and landing pad. It is using plane structure, but it does not need any launching and landing pad. And for flying, for flying, we only need we only need so it's have both the features of VTOL, basically for plane and motors, rotary wing. Okay, I will tell you in the coming slide what are the main benefits are there. So I'm just showing you one example of VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. I'm just playing a small video. So here we are just showing it how it can fly without a launching pad. So it's a prototype. So you can just these flaps are basically for plane. So you can see the motors is helping to just take off. After taking takeoff, now you can easily fly with the help of plane concept. So now they don't need the motors of rotary wing of quadcopter. Now they can just use flaps and the previous like behind motor of plane structure to make it forward. If suppose now it is a plane concept, so to land it we need again a landing pad. But this is the hybrid. Scenario is there. So here you don't need any landing pad. So you can see it is easily landed with the help of rotary wing motors. Okay, next I'm just showing you brief comparison between all these categories. So the first one is multi-rotor or quadcopter or hexacopter. Next is plane structure, and third is hybrid one. Okay, so the pros is we have multiple pros. So it's an accessibility. Accessibility is easy of use, easy of making. VTOL and hovering flight. It can vertical takeoff and land, not require any specific hardware, and it can easily hover at some particular location. In plane structure, we can hover at particular location, but this VTOL, you can use it at hover at particular location for some kind of monitoring. Okay, so in this you can say it easily used for good camera control. At particular location, you can just capture the pictures and take the videos, and you can just send it or you can use it. So it can be also operated in confined area. These are the pros with multi-rotor. Okay, so you can see now the cones, it's have short flight time because it's have 4 motors, so it need high capacity of battery. It will drain too fast, so the flight time is reduced, and payload capacity is again less. Payload capacity is again less. So then you can see multiple pictures are there, aerial photography, video aerial inspection. All these applications are exist with this quadcopter. What we can do in the general life with the helicopter, maybe there are multiple applications are there with this kind of multi-rotor. Next, we are coming with fixed wing. So you can see fixed wing have long endurance, large area coverage because speed is high, so it can cover more area with less time, and fast flight speed. You can say the flight speed is high as compared to multi-rotor. So again, the cones I told you in the last one, it need launch and recovery kind of model to launch and land the plane. Clear? This simple, no VTOL, no hover. What is the advantage of this multi-rotor? This is the disadvantage in this fixed wing. Clear? Harder to fly and more training needed. Yes, in the case of multi-rotor, it's very simple to fly again. But in plane structure, it need again more training for flying smoothly. Okay, and it's again you can say expensive because if you're using good component, and if you're making it more like robust, then it is a expensive one. General way come like a cheaper way, but you want to make it more robust, then it is a high quality because the material is used high quality one. Okay, so you can say aerial mapping we can use for pipelining and power line inspection because they don't need at particular location to just stand it or hover it to monitor. No, it just cross one area with the help of one gimbal camera. They can just map the complete area. So that is the major use. So here we can use this kind of fixed wing. So we can finish the area in a single span, bigger area. Okay. So we want to combine the advantage of both one and remove the disadvantage. Then we can use hybrid structure. So we can say with vertical takeoff and landing and with long endurance flight. Both option in a single one. That is the major use of hybrid one. Okay, but you can say right now it's in the research process. We are not saying it's used for like commercial purpose. So it's not perfect either for hovering or not for forward flight. Still in the development stage. Okay, so it could be used for multiple purposes. Like you want to send a parcel from Delhi to some 200-kilometer village. Okay, so you want more speed one. Okay, and you want also for hovering because you want to hover at particular location and the parcel will drop and you can come back. So we need both kind of combination. So it's good for drone delivery. If we are using only quadcopter, that cannot cover more than 10-20 kilometers according to the use of battery. I hope it is clear what are the comparison between multi-rotor and fixed wing and what is the use of hybrid one. Okay, so you can say the next comparison based on size and endurance. So you can just see in the figure like there are multiple are there like high altitude long endurance is generally called HALE. and it is male. Okay, so there are two are available in the market, and now you can see so many are coming, like small drones are coming. So basically, what they are using for commercial purpose, that is a comparison of in terms of UAV. What actually UAV is there? Not I'm not saying about drone. It is an actual comparison of UAV categories. So there are two kind of UAVs there. One is HALE, high altitude, long endurance, and second is medium altitude and long endurance. Okay, so you can say it's around the altitude around 70,000 feet, and it is around 50,000 feet, like as a our normal plane helicopter such as there, and it is more than that. So you can say its flight time around 35 hours. So you can cover the whole world with a single flight time. Okay, so it's around 25 hours. So basically these are using for high capacity. If you want to send maximum like explosive or maximum weight, carry maximum weight payload, then you can use HALE. Else you can use this our simple one mail structure for medium altitude and long endurance. Okay, so you can see the example of HALE is Global Hawk and the male is Predator, very famous one. Okay, so we have done comparison between like size and endurance and based on platform. So these are two comparison majorly exist. Okay, next. So it's like just I told you in last lecture what are the system elements, UAV system elements. I'm just telling you the exact what our component could be there. First of all, our vehicle, aerial vehicle. Second, the mission planning element. So maybe mission planner software, or maybe like there are multiple software there in the market. So you can use any software for mission planning. Command and control the elements, communication data control link, maybe Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or like Zigbee, or maybe you can say radio frequency, or you can say telemetry port that we are using for transferring the data and control link. And next, launching and recovery element, because you know in the plane structure we need launching and recovery element. Okay, so that is also part of system element. And then you can say human element and payload. These are additional thing if your application is required. So these are the component you can see the part of US system elements. Okay, so this lecture majorly about the classification of UAVs. So basically we have divided into two part based on platform and based on size and endurance. Based on platform is basically fixed wing, rotary wing, and hybrid, and based on size and endurance is HALE and MALE. I hope you like my lecture. Thank you.